All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for tonight's middleweight co-main event of the evening, brought to you by Ogle, Elrod, and Burrell. Please welcome to the cage at this time, fighting out of the Hogs red corner, Cameron Olson.
Cameron Olson. Now, speaking of RFA, this is a guy who is a veteran of RFA. His sole loss comes by way of decision at the RFA. Everybody's seen that video, and you kind of saw maybe possibly the weaknesses that could possibly show. But in the same token, he was tough.
Yeah.
You know, he was galvanized.
His striking was the weakness, and that's the plus with Dustin Long. He probably has better wrestling than Dustin, but Dustin Long has some excellent counter wrestling. But it's really cool that you know, me and O-Vince and Dustin Long were all pretty good friends, and O-Vince is in the corner now of Cameron. So now whether that helps anything or not, I don't know. But Cameron looks stout, man. He looks strong.
Well, O-Vince was cornering against you in the last fight with JSP.
I saw that too, but JSP and O-Vince really ain't friends. You know, Dustin and O-Vince are.
Right.
He looks stout, man. He looks like a hard-nosed, gritty, grindy. I mean, he looks like he's going to come out there and put some pressure on Dustin. I'm sure he will. And Dustin's got and the thing I will say about Dustin Long this fight is, Dustin's known for some lackluster training, honestly. You know, I mean, he's put the work in. You know,
he's been there every day.
Every day. He really has. This is the most focused, the most dedicated that I've ever seen Dustin Long. So
great weight cut, weight cut.
Yeah. So a great job altogether. But this dude is thick.
Now, please welcome his opponent, fighting out of the OEB blue corner, Dustin Long.
You were talking about the weight cut, quite possibly the largest middleweight in mixed martial arts. One of them today, man.
Yeah, man.
Dustin Long,
6'5", 185 pounds, and lean and long.
Yep.
And the thing too, like Cameron looks stocky, and you can tell Cameron's gonna be strong. Dustin Long is strong. I mean, you know, you all three of us have wrestled with him and rolled with him and sparred with him. We know how strong Dustin is.
He uses his leverage really well.
Yeah. Most of the time, you don't see that. Here he comes, baby.
Dustin Long lumbering over the crowd as he enters the cage.
Here's a tail of the tape.
Tail of the tape, 2-1 to 6-1. A difference in age of 8 years. And of course, 3 inches in height. That's gonna be a big defining factor. But both weighed in at 188 even.
Just a side note about, you know, this weight and the next one as well. You know, Dustin was on pace to make 185, and after that, you know, they said that Cameron called and wanted the weight to move up, and, you know, Dustin didn't care to. But Dustin was already around like 190 pounds when he wanted to move up to 195. So he said no. He made Cameron Olson go ahead and cut the remaining weight, and now they're fighting at 88. So
big shout out to Ogle, Elrod, and Burrell during this matchup, and of course we've seen them all night long. These guys, OEB, have been so much of a support factor for Valor Fights and for you, Crime Time.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go, Dustin Long. Here we go, baby. Dustin, the main thing Dustin needs to do is keep them hands up this fight. He'll be okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is tonight's co-main event of the evening. When the action begins, European Chargers is Josh Ward. And this bout is brought to you by Ogle, Elrod, and Burrell, and will be in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the Hogs red corner. He steps in the cage now with a record of 2 wins with 1 defeat. He weighed in 188 pounds, fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and representing Rufus Sport, Cameron, Captain Crutch Olson. Standing across the cage tonight, fighting out of the OEB blue corner with a record of 6 wins with only 1 defeat. He weighed in 188 pounds, fighting out of Johnson City, Tennessee, and representing D Evil MMA, Dustin all day long.
Olson in the white Valley Tudos, D Long in the black fighting trunks. And I couldn't be more excited about a fight, boys. This is going to be a fight that proves something for one of these fighters right here tonight.
Both individuals ripped to the max.
Yep. Dustin comes out, needs to pump that jab. He don't need the good right hand. Nice sprawl. Or not sprawl, but he got underhooks just like he's supposed to. Now he needs to calm down, slow down, and get some head pressure is what Dustin needs to do at this moment.
Dustin without his signature braids this time.
What's the elbow right there? Yeah, he cut his hair. It took me a long time to get used to that.
Yeah.
Needs to get back in center. And the thing that Dustin has been working hard on this camp is knees. And he's done a very good job of that. And I see some blood.
Well, it's such a great thing for
Dustin's
Dustin to work.
Head cut already?
Looks like his opponent's. Because it's not that far from his knee to his opponent's face already. You know, it's a really good thing for him to work, especially against a wrestler.
Dustin Long with the right underhook there. He takes the other underhook and shucks off the captain.
Cameron's doing a great job, of coming forward and putting Dustin against the cage. Good, another good sprawl right there and underhooks.
Captain Crunch spending a lot of energy driving forward, looking for that takedown. Dustin Long notoriously difficult to take down.
Dustin going for a takedown.
Looking for a takedown of his own.
It's all right. Dustin needs a right underhook here. All Dustin needs is a right underhook. He's not doing nothing.
And big shots here, or small shots, but they're continuing to land here.
Good. Way to control the bicep. Watch the mount. Watch the mount. Watch the mount. Push the hips. Push the hips. You can push on one knee right there if you need to, Dustin. Good elbows.
Captain Crunch on top. Landing some shots. Dustin Long still in control.
Left underhook.
Reaching inside the leg. He's got to watch out for that elbow.
Watch the guillotine. He can hit a switch right here if he needs to.
Dustin looking to use the cage to stand up.
Yep, Dustin doing a good job with that left underhook, though. He's not really in trouble right here.
Cameron Olson, though, relentless with those short chopping shots here.
Watch you getting your back taken, Dustin. You need a left underhook. Up and left underhook. Nice. He's doing a good job. Watch for a cradle here.
For a cradle here by Olson.
Good way to get back up. Beautiful.
Dustin's
Dustin's worked super hard on this Muay Thai clinch, and not only that, but getting up using them underhooks. It's something he struggled with in the past, and now he's doing a great job at.
There's one of those knees.
Looking for that knee.
He needs to throw with the body instead. Just break that body of Cameron down. This is what he's going to do. This is what Dustin is prepared for. This is what I've tried to do to him the entire camp. I'm sure that Olson is a lot stronger and bigger than me, but this is exactly the same things I've done to Dustin the whole camp.
And with a lateral shot, a lateral
left
drop
underhook.
in, now into crossbody.
Beautiful
Captain
crossbody.
Crunch.
Yeah.
But this is something, again, Dustin known to be able to recover his guard,
Yeah.
but also this position, it makes it easier. We've talked about it before for him to get up. If Cameron were to be holding him in the half guard, it would be hard.
See that beautiful job.
Get to his hips, stand up.
Beautiful job. And now he's got the
Dustin in
back
a
of
good
Olson.
position.
Dustin's showing some beautiful counter wrestling here, as I spoke of before. Needs head pressure, needs to slow the action a little bit and take a breather.
And the thing is, while Olson is putting forth the perfect game plan for Dustin, it's a tiring game plan.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's tiring for both.
It's a very exhausting game plan.
Well, you know the game plan.
Yeah,
you know the game plan, and you made success out of it, but it's a long road.
It will suck it out of you, man, if you're not prepared.
Dustin doing a good job.
And, a guy that was having troubles with the weight cut, things like
Nice
that, you got
right
to
hand
wonder
from
how
Dustin.
prepared he is to begin with. Interesting.
A little bit of Rufus sport right there, a little action.
Beautiful
Out
cow
of,
catcher.
out
Beautiful.
of Cameron.
Even better counter wrestling from Olson there. Now Dustin's going to be content. He can't be content with being against the cage. He cannot be content. That's where he's going to lose this fight. This is a really, really close round right now at the moment.
Well, they have one takedown apiece, although Cameron did reverse Dustin off the first takedown.
Another takedown right there from Dustin Long. From Cameron, on Dustin. He's got his guard. Let's see what Dustin do in guard. He's got a good Kimura here and a good guillotine. So.
And a big guard. So
yeah,
I mean, that's
he's really hard to punch from guard. I mean, he can sit here and take these body shots all day. That's not doing anything really. I mean, I guess it could be, but probably not.
Captain Crunch appears to just be conserving his time here,
Dustin,
not looking for a finish in the last 35 seconds.
30 seconds. Short elbows off the back, Dustin.
Push off elbow.
I need you to swing your arms on the inside, Dustin. Arms on the inside.
A big shout out to Ogle, Elrod, and Burrell for all their support.
Nice. Watch the Kimura right here maybe come from Dustin. Dustin knocks his scissor sweep right here.
Left underhook. Re-swim that right. Head off.
So I was looking for Dustin to do that. We got about 10 seconds left in the round here.
Pop up. Stay. Hold.
So I'm going to ask you, my colleagues, who takes this round?
This round's all Cameron Olson.
Yeah, it's all Cameron Olson on this. I mean, Dustin's done good things. He's shown good things, but Olson's controlled the round.
I believe 3 takedowns to 1.
Yeah.
And with 1 reversal. So
no stool over here in the D evil corner. And you know, Dustin's, you know, he done good. He done some good things. He threw some hands, but all he needs to do is just circle. I mean, he's allowing Cameron. This is Dustin's biggest problem that he's had is not circling off the cage. He allows because he thinks he has good takedown defense, and for the most part he did. But there's always them 1 or 2 that gets down. And here's a little replay right here of some of the ground and pound of the body that Cameron was doing towards the end of the round.
And again, the question is going into round 2, how is Dustin going to feel with the pressure having been applied, but how is Olson going to feel having applied so much pressure, having worked so hard?
Yeah, I mean, Dustin didn't just give him anything. I mean, Dustin made him work for everything. You know, Dustin did several times. Good job pulling him up from his legs. You know, both fighters breathing pretty good here. I mean, Olson took the stool. Dustin, elected to stand, but you know, it looks like both fighters were relatively tired, but pretty good conditioning.
Well, both of them look good. This is the Dustin's never been to a 3rd round, just so everybody knows. He's never, not amateur nor pro. Start of the 2nd round.
Will the hands of Dustin all day long come
knee.
into play? Big shot by Cameron Olson.
Beautiful knee to takedown there
Hits
from
the
Olson.
takedown.
Big takedown. That was a beautiful. That's one of my favorite setups. You go with the knee and then you drop straight down for the takedown because, you know, their hands are up, you know, expecting another knee to come.
Dustin Long with the cage walk. Someone so long and lanky as Dustin Long, you've got to watch yourself right there if you're when you're on top.
Yeah, for sure. A little awkward position here, honestly. You know, it's Dustin's got his toes in the cage, which you're not allowed to do, honestly. And
hey, use it till they call you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's just like you having your hands in there. It's the same thing, but I don't know. Jimmy Neely's definitely not going to stand them up in this particular moment.
And is it possibly
what's the head and arm choke? What's the head and arm choke?
At first I thought it was going to be a Von Flu, and then Dustin seemed to get his arm out.
He
needs to watch the arm triangle.
No.
Oh, it's
my
done.
gosh.
The fight is done.
Got twat.
I don't know. I think Dustin was tired. Hate to see my teammate
It could have been he
lose.
applied a lot of pressure in the Von Flu position, and then when the arm came out, he finished it off in the arm triangle. Props to Cameron Olson, the Captain Crunch from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Rufus Sport, with a big win tonight.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. He come in, and that was a very, very, must have been super tight, or maybe Dustin was hurt, or it just didn't look like Dustin gave up a big struggle, and he's hard to submit right there in that position.
Well, a big shout out to Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill, sponsor of this tremendous bout. It was a battle of some big, heavy players here. Cameron Olson with the win, and props to him for making his travel all the way down here, and props to Dustin Long for stepping up and taking a tough fight.
Yeah, super tough fight. That dude's much better than his record, 2-1. That's an incredibly tough thing right there. I'm gonna go in here with Dustin. I'll be back momentarily.
Melee, give me your take.
Yeah, I thought we saw good things out of Dustin. You know, Dustin did well. He stopped several takedowns. In the end, though, those takedowns still got him. But, Dustin has worked a lot in this camp, but it's really hard to get really good at something to get someone who's been doing it their whole lives.
Yeah.
Or like I said, he did well, but his opponent did better. He got him to the ground. He kept that pressure on, saw the opening, and took it.
Let's send it up to Cody Gwynn with the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Ward is going to stop to this fight. 1 minute and 1 second into the 2nd round. Your winner by submission via arm triangle choke, Cameron Captain Crunch Olson.
here with your winner, Cameron Olson. Cameron, you're here all the way from Milwaukee. Talk a little bit about your training camp up there.
Oh, it's rough. We got guys pushing us every day. It's 1,000 thank yous to Rufus Sport and the whole team up in Milwaukee. We're pushing it. Everybody's pushing each other every day. Great coaches, great positive atmosphere. Everybody's fighting all the time. So thanks a million. It's like my second family there in Milwaukee.
Was there anybody tonight you would like to thank?
Especially my teammate Chris, who just fought before me. He was looking great. Unfortunate it ended the way we wanted to, but thank you, Chris, and his family for the support, for the drive down here, his girlfriend, his dad, his whole family. Great people. Thank you, Chris, right? And the Rufus Sport family, of course. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, everybody. Give it up for your winner.